Alright, collective, here we go. I thought we'd do a little all signs reading today. Something special again. You know, my chops are getting pretty. My superpower of reading energy is getting pretty strong. It's like we're lifting weights a little bit. Doing all these readings as I'm going. I find myself walking down the street with like sensors up. You know, I'm picking up on people. Oh, that girl's sad. Oh, that girl's upset. That guy hates that person. You know, it's that kind of thing. I thought we'd have do something a little different. So I'm kind of digging deeper in the energies here a little bit. This is an all signs reading. It's for anyone. Anyone. Even if you're a raccoon. I don't care. In fact, if you got internet and you're a little raccoon, Dan, all right. Good for you. You probably should be here. This is for anyone where the title resonates or anyone who finds it, to be perfectly honest with you. Okay, it's a super random. It's one of my super random all signs readings. And I'll tell you what, my energy reading skills, doing all these readings here, turned me into Lou Ferrigno, Arnold Schwarzenegger, bastard twin. I'll tell you what, energy reading wise. Let's see where we go here. This is a general reading. Like I said, it's timeless, so whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. The message I'm putting out to the universe that I want to know here is just one word. Why? You know, a lot of you are suffering out there. And I know we did a twin flame reading, and you know the lessons you need to learn and stuff. But why? Why is all this happening? Why has there been this detour? Why has destiny turned? We know there's a lot of destined connections out there. Okay? We know. Why? Well, I just did my pre-shuffle in front of you while I was talking. And the answer the universe just gave me is the star. Destiny. So we know we're on the right track here. I know from this card that the universe understands my question. Why? Why has this person not reached out? Why could have... You could go down rabbit holes, hundreds of rabbit holes with the word why. You should go through your life. There's a principle in philosophy that anybody who went to school that studied philosophy knows, and it's always keep asking why. Well, that's what we're doing here. And I got the star as my initial answer from the universe as to why. This is a destined connection. It's happening the way it's supposed to, believe it or not. Your person was always supposed to turn against destiny. They were always supposed to blow you off. You were always supposed to learn whatever it is you're learning from this. And they, what they're learning. It's what the energy is. The energy tries to, and I've got many videos that talk about this, energy tries to feed itself. It feeds through information. The universe is all energy. But it's basically a hard drive. It's all information. The ancients call it the Akashic record. It's just floating around out there. Everything that's ever happened or ever will happen has already happened. It's all there. The tarot cards pull from that. The astrology pulls on those energies and alters the words a bit. we got a little T-square happening right now in the astrology. So we had the star before the cut, really. And the second message from the universe is it's all happening for love. And this is something I told someone once. This card right here, the energy around this. The universe is getting pretty deep today. The universe is a philosophy professor today. Yeah, we're going to have a deep class, aren't we? The reason these soulmate connections, especially this cycle in particular, is so intense and why so many people are suffering, energy tries to balance itself. The universe is nothing more than, it's just like nature. There has to be balance. Right now, the energies are out of balance. Any energy reader will tell you the collective energy of the world right now is out of balance. People are scared, they're fearful, they're confused. That's all in the energy. I can tell you I've been reading energy since I was 4 years old. That wasn't there when I was a little kid, when I was 4, 5, 6. It wasn't there. It was different. Yeah, there was some turmoil in the world, gas lines and things like that when I was a little kid and all that. But it wasn't as confusing as it is now. What's happened is you have ego energy and soul energy, and the world is out of balance. The universe itself is out of balance. It uses soulmate connections to help balance things. Everything has a soulmate. As I told one person once, chipmunks have soulmates. Chipmunks are lower life forms, yeah, sure, but they're energetic creatures just like we are. But lower life forms like chipmunks and the animals out in nature don't give the universe as much trouble as human beings do. Human beings think too much. Human beings create things. They invent things that send frequencies out into the universe that mess with the frequencies that are out there. Humans seem to think that just because we can't see it, it's not there. You know, you get a lot of people like that. Well, especially the people who aren't very spiritual. Not so much spiritual people. If you're going to be a spiritual person, you need to know that you're not going to see everything. You got to have faith. But as a whole, we tend to think that if we can't see it, it's not there. We put these wireless units in our apartment, or our houses, these wireless routers send the internet through the house and through the walls and all that. That messes, all of that stuff going on right now messes with the energy of the universe a little bit. It throws it out. It throws things out of balance. Right now, just speaking on human terms, human beings are out of balance. They're more ego and no soul. The soul is made of love. What the universe is telling me here with this card, or trying to, is that it's trying to balance the love back out. All of these, we have a massive number of soulmate connections happening in this current cycle. Millions. Millions. 10, 20 million, and I'm being conservative. Millions. It's the golden age for tarot readers. It really is, this particular soulmate cycle. The golden age. I tell you. Anyway. The universe is trying to balance things out here. So let's see where we go. I mean, I'll talk about a lot of these topics on various mailbags and things because you all have a lot of questions on it. But I try to share some of the stuff here for the people that don't just fast forward till the cards come out. Those impatient people. Those impatient people that fast forward until the cards come out are part of the problem. They're out of balance. They're all ego. They're just thinking, I'm worried. I'm worried that someone's not going to come in. I don't care what he has to say. I just want to go ahead and get to the cards. Just give me the cards, Steve. Just give me the cards. No. You're not learning your lesson. And they're not listening right now. That's the ironic part. Because they're fast forwarded until I throw the first card down. The universe itself, the energy of the universe is nature. It's just a nature you can't see. It's not trees and birds and things like that. It's still nature. It needs to be balanced. Soul connections of all kinds are a big part of it, and they're just like certain things inside your car under the hood are important and have to be in balance. I gave the example one time to somebody in a fuel injected car. I had one little pinhole air leak in the air intake. Took 5 mechanics to find the problem with the car. It was never running right. Turns out it was a pinhole leak in the air intake hose. That's where the air comes into the engine. That one pinhole, and it was literally a pinhole, threw off every subsystem after that and knocked the whole car out of whack. They replaced the hose, runs like a brand new car. Like I had to stop on the way home from the shop and go, oh my God, one pinhole. Well, the universe right now, if I were to equate that into an analogy and transfer it over to the universe right now don't have one pinhole in its air intake. The universe right now has got buckshot holes someone emptied, and then someone took out a 45 and emptied a clip into the side of the wall too. It's got holes everywhere, and they're much bigger than a pinhole. The whole thing's out of balance. Prime example in the 3D is everybody's materialistic right now. We got ourselves the selfie generation. Small materialism and worry about stupid shit that don't matter at the end of the day. What matters to the universe at the bottom of the deck, our overall energy is soulmates. Balancing the energy of the universe. Because souls are made of love. That's what they're made of. It's where we come from, and it's where we go back to when we die. See, when I talk, I know what I'm doing. I'm channeling energy here. I'm pulling it in. I'm reading it. And the cards back me up. It's all about this right now. If the universe figures, I mean, I'm guessing. I don't have no little voice telling me nothing, but I'm a smart guy, and I know about science. And I'm just going to phrase it this way. The universe figures it's going to fix the problems it can. It's not going to get rid of our wireless units and all the other shit that we're pumping out into space. So it's going to balance what it can, and that's the soulmate connections. And that's why everybody's so intense. That's why everybody keeps going around in circles in a karmic loop. The person chickens out, they come back around, they chicken out, they come back around, they chicken out. And the universe, I've never seen it try so hard in any other soulmate cycle, ever. I think we're in a lot of peril right now. I do. And as far as the selfie generation goes, the younger generation, most of them don't know how to change a goddamn tire. They don't know how anything they have works. And that's a problem. My generation, I'm a little older, I'm 45. I grew up when there was no internet. We knew how to fix things. We knew how to fix cars. Nobody can fix cars now. You need a computer. The problem with that is and Hawking warned of this before he died. He said, be careful of technology, of letting it get out of hand. It goes to the head. We start to become people who can't do anything. And the problem with that is, any scientist will tell you that at any moment, without much notice, maybe 8 minutes notice tops, the sun could send out a flare that could wipe out all of our electronics, all of our electrical grid for a decade. Wipe it all out. We wouldn't be able to bring it back because it'll suck the Earth's magnetic field right along with it. It'll take that some time to regenerate. It's all very fragile. You got to know how to do shit. One of my favorite lines from one of my favorite shows, Duck Dynasty, is, if you don't guess from my accent. I love Louisiana boys. They're great. Well, I'll tell you what. One of my favorite lines was Jace. He said, after the apocalypse, the man with the most tires is going to be the man in power. It's true. It's true. It's 100%. It's very redneck, but it's very true. Anyway, the universe is trying to balance soulmate connections here. So I asked the universe why you're suffering here, why they haven't reached out. We're going to get some answers. It's about soulmates. You got yourself a soulmate connection. The Knight of Wands. And listen, opinions expressed here are my own, but I base my opinions on science. There's nothing I've said to you that you can't Google and look up for yourself. I ain't making this shit up. As a matter of fact, a solar flare wiped out the telegraph system back in the 1800s. Took it down. It happens again, it's going to cause chaos. We're going to turn to barbarism on this planet because people can't live without their goddamn cell phone for 5 seconds. I'm the only person in Venice Beach watching a sunset. I look around me, there's other people there, everybody's on their phone. Nobody looking at the beautiful sunset. You know what I say to them? Fuck you. You're missing life. Life ain't on that freaking cell phone. Right here, Two of Cups, soulmate connection. Clarified. I pull one clarifier from my overall Knight of Wands. Everybody's very ego-focused right now. The Knight of Wands is a card of the player. The universe just backed up everything I just told you. The whole world, any energy reader, any real, true energy reader will tell you that the collective energy of the world right now is fucked up. It's out of balance. Everybody's ego, self-focus, narcissism, materialism. Got to have the latest iPhone, even if they can't afford it. Why? Why do you got to have the latest iPhone? What are you doing that's so technological? Most of you just sit on damn Instagram or some shit. Instagram going to work on your old one? And the difference between the two phones is minimal usually. The fact of the matter is, everybody's ego-based right now, and love has gone the way of the dinosaur. The youngest generation right now that's out there is afraid to express emotions. They grew up with the internet. You know, when I grew up, if I wanted to talk to a girl, I had to go talk to her. That took guts. That took, hi, my name is Steve. Face to face. You want to go out sometime? Now, I'll send you an emoji. Oh my God, they sent me a heart and a beer mug. Wow. Nobody know how to interact anymore. It's out of balance. It's immature. 2 cards of immaturity. Page of Pentacles. That's why it's happening. That's why the universe is at least initially here in our reading. Now I'm going to pull on your soulmates. That's the top of the deck. Your specific connection. But it's a message I had to put out there. Because people are wondering, why me? Why I get that email all the time. Why me? Why am I suffering? Why am I having to go through this? Because if you don't, the entire universe is going to freaking collapse. And I know that sounds ridiculous to some of you. Some of you are like, oh, Steve, come on, you're being dramatic. I'm anything but dramatic. I'm realist. I'm a man of science. I study a lot of things. I'm married to a scientist. Our friends are scientists. We have dinner with some of the people you watch on the Science Channel on some of those shows, like the Universe and things like that. I know those people. And I know what scientists know. And while they equate it to scientific things, I know as an energy reader that it's just out of balance. And when something's out of balance, just like my car with the pinhole leak knocking all the subsystems out, the engine of the universe ain't running right. And it's got a lot more in the pinhole. So a few people suffering, the universe don't care. Human beings are a real problem for the universe. That's very clear to any energy reader. It don't worry about the chipmunk soulmate connections. They come together, they boom. We don't have the little female chipmunk waiting for the male chipmunk to send an emoji heart. That doesn't happen. It just happens naturally in nature. But human beings are a bit of a spanner in the works. We've evolved to the point of overthinking. We've become as smart as the universe on many levels. Or so we think. The reality is we're not even close. Because we are technically a creature that destroys its own environment. And the only creature that's ever lived on Earth that destroys its own environment. We're trying to find another planet to live on because we know that scientists know that eventually we're going to destroy this one to a point where it won't support human life. So, actually, I think overall, I'd rather be a chipmunk. But I'm a human, so here we go. Energy around your connection is right here. How your person feels is right here. How they feel about you is right here. Hidden energy is right here. And the final outcome is right here. I'm going to clarify everything, throw some universe cards over the top, and you bet your sweet asses I'm going to extend this one. There's going to be a link in the description. It's a very important reading. It's a very powerful reading. It's not a reading just anyone could do. When you saw my pre-cards, they're backing it up 100%. And I want to reiterate, any opinions, as it says in my general text, any opinions I express are my own. Most of them are rooted in science. There's nothing I've said to you right now that you can't just find on Google or watch the Science Channel and see a special on it. Pretty much, it is what it is. Aside from that, well, I mean the soulmate stuff you can Google too. But anyway, I apply some science to it for you, show you what's going on. Anyway, the energy around your connection. Let's go. This whole reading is clarifying soulmates. Universe trying to bring soulmates into balance. Why is all this happening to you? Soul connections make up a good chunk of the energy out there. It's made of love. Pretty much the whole universe, most of the energy in the universe is made of love. Love energy is very powerful. It's very good. Devil energy is made. No one's born with devil energy around them. It's given to them by bad parenting, bad life experiences. Most of you are dealing with someone who's got devil energy around them, but that was given to them. That was forced upon them. And they chose to live in it. Death. First card out around the connection. Yeah. It's a karmic loop. It's a karmic cycle. It keeps coming around and around. Rebirth. Reboot. The universe is rebooting. That's essentially what's happening right now. We're living in a reboot. And reboots, as I imagine they are painful, as I imagine they are for computers as well. I know my computer don't like it. Oh, I got to do a memory dump. Now I got to do this, and then I got to shut down background programs, and then I got to, computers don't like to be rebooted. It's a pain in the ass. We don't like it either. Welcome to your reboot. How's your person feeling in all this? Confusion. It's the overall Seven of Cups. It's the overall energy of the collective right now. It's the main energy in the collective. People are confused. We just came off a year where 600,000 people here in the U.S. died. That's fucking scary. That's fucking scary. And people still, through it all, one day the cell phones were out in Los Angeles, and through it all, it was like chaos. It was crazy. A solar flare ever comes and everything goes black, kiss your ass goodbye. It's going to be Conan the Barbarian in real life. I'm telling you what. We turned on each other for fucking toilet paper with a COVID virus floating around, which is just basically a flu on crack. Something real ever happens, we're fucked. Human race got a lot of growing to do. Right here, Seven of Cups. Confusion. Your soulmates are confused. You're confused because the whole soulmate system is rebooting right now. Energy around how your person feels about you. They want to reach out. There's a very strong energy in the collective for the soulmate connections of communication. Somebody wants to reach out. We see it a lot. We see it in varying cards, but this is the card. This is the Eight of Wands. It's passionate communication. Somebody wants to reach out. They're trying to figure out a way in, though, a way back in, because the computer's been rebooted. There's no programs open yet. For a lot of you on your person's side, it's a whole new world. They're just getting their shit together. For a lot of you, they've left a third party or are thinking about leaving a third party. That energy's all around this card. There's 50 different things all around this card, this Seven of Cups, and it's the anchor card. The cause and effect is the reboot. They really want to communicate. The thought of losing, again, these are powerful connections if you're a part of this connection cycle, and all of you here are. The universe, I always make the joke, right? I get the world card and I say the world don't come out for a bang in a bar parking lot. The universe isn't messing with little, it doesn't care about balancing the little tertiary connections, the person at work that you see every day at the water cooler, right? You might have a light soul connection with them. You talk about cartoons. Oh, remember when Saturday morning cartoons were on? Oh my God, yeah. It don't give a fuck about that. It gives a fuck about the real deal shit, the shit you're here, the person you're here about. Those are the big connections. You fix the big stuff first, you worry about the little stuff later. I tell you. They want to reach out. For a lot of you, they will be. The universe is going to keep bringing it around until they do, until it cleans up everything. It's just going to keep coming around. I mean, it seriously is. Hidden energy. Read with this death card. Read with this reboot. A lot of stress, a lot of confusion about what? Birds, communication. I talk about this with the Light Seer deck. This Nine of Swords in the Light Seer deck is specific to someone stressed. Pacing the kitchen at 2 o'clock in the morning with a bottle of whiskey, about communication. It's the next card out after the Eight of Wands. They're stressing about it. Because we were having a reboot here. Their whole life has changed on their side. Maybe on your side, your life has changed. Everything seems different right now. I hear that from a lot of people. I feel that. Everything seems different for me too. I just might cope better than a lot of people because I'm able to see it a little better. I'm able to see what those changes are, or feel them, I should say. But yeah, it is different. We've gone through a serious timeline shift. The universe is got us in the chair, in the timeout chair. Human beings are the cause of a lot of the imbalance that's out there right now. And it's whipping people's asses. These soulmate connections need to come into play. We don't have time to be all ego and no soul. The universe itself will collapse on itself. And we'll see it reflected in the 3D as the human race collapsing on itself, be it much like the fall of the Roman Empire. Too much ego, too much vanity, too much arrogance. That's what's happening. It's here. I'm giving it to you in the car. I mean, I'm not. Look it up. Go to some psychology websites. Go to philosophy websites. You'll see what I'm saying. I'm not making this shit up. I'm just giving it to you in a tarot reading, and the cards are backing me up. Final outcome. Read with this 7 of Cups. Somebody doesn't know what to do. They're looking for a way in. They want to reach out to you. And it's a real burden. The 10 of Wands. Everything I've just been saying to you verified in one goddamn card. The girl in the mustard yellow jacket walking down the hill. All the stuff here. All the baggage. Somebody coming. Some people got a lot of baggage. People who are worried about ego things. People who are self-focused. People who think they can, like the Burger King, who think they can control things. I want to build my security. I want to do this. I want to do that. I'm going to control this. I'm going to plan that. I'm going to think about this. They're stressed. The pharmaceutical companies are getting rich off it with anxiety meds and depression medication. We've never seen so much of it in the world right now. And it's because everybody's stressed out. They're worried about the wrong things. Just like with the soulmate connections on the divine feminine side, which is most of you, you're worried about whether this person's going to reach out. Your worry about whether they're going to reach out is actually pushing them away and causing more confusion. Focus on your lesson like we learned in the 74 Pinto reading, the twin flame reading I did recently. Know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run, just like I said in that reading. Old Kenny Rogers came up from the grave for a visit. And he's right. This person is stressed. They don't know what to do. They want to reach out. They don't want to lose you, but they feel like they might have, because everything's in a reboot mode right now. Windows is still loading, and God knows that sometimes fails and you need to do it again, and sometimes you need to unplug it, let it sit for 10 seconds. God forbid you call a technician. Oh, Jesus, Microsoft service, can I help you? Oh, shit. They always tell you the same thing. Unplug it. Unplug it. Yeah, I'll unplug it. And the next step is the next step to chuck it out the damn window. Is that the next step? Or hit it with a hammer? Let's clarify. Death card. Now we're going to go deep. We're going to go a layer deeper. All right. Let's see where we go here. I want to see where these soulmate connections are going. I want to see. That's where they're going. To happiness. To long-term. Empress. The universe is rebooting all of this. You're going through all this. Why? Because these are beautiful connections. These are divine connections. The Empress is a beautiful card, and it just fell on top of death. This implies all cards have an implication. Okay? The implication of death, rebirth, is that something needs to die. If I got a good card, like the Empress, abundance, slow long-term growth, falling on top of death, well, the implication is that it's shit now, and it needs to go. This is the reboot. Why is Empress here? Soulmates. So for anyone who listened to my diatribe at the beginning of this, and I feel you, there's like 2 or 3 of you out there like, God, he's getting self-righteous now. Yeah. Fuck you. Look at this. Lovers off of the Empress. The cards are backing me up. I know what's going on out there. I'm on YouTube for a reason. I'm not here for my health. I'm here to help people and alert people to some things. And there are many people like me who are going to be coming, who are as powerful at this as I am. And their channels are going to build just as fast as mine did. We'll help you through your soulmate connection. And hopefully we'll help the universe. Gifts are given to people for a reason. Okay? You're supposed to use gifts to help. I'm trying to help here. The universe is trying to bring these soulmate connections together. For those of you that are worried that your connection will never come together, I don't think you need to worry about that. I think it'll balance. We see karma balancing all the time. That's part of the reason I'm doing this reading, is because I keep seeing justice and cards like that, and temperance, cards of karma balancing. Wheel of Fortune, a lot of destiny, right? First card out we got in this reading in my pre-shuffle while I was talking at the beginning was the Star. This is all destiny. It all has to happen. If it doesn't happen, if things keep going at the rate they're going, the next soulmate cycle is going to be suicide central. Suicide hotlines are going to light up like a Christmas tree. Because energy builds. Energy builds. And karmic debts are paid. If I've taught anybody anything, please know that. You don't pay them, they just get worse. You carpet sweep, it gets worse. Learn your lesson. Don't worry about waiting for this person to come in. The universe will force their ass in. If they're the divine masculine, the universe is kicking the divine masculine's ass. Seven of Cups. Why is it here? What's all this confusion about? Right here. Right off of the Lover's card. Soulmates. Powerful soulmate connections. Two of Cups. This whole reading's clarifying the Two of Cups. I got the Lovers and the Empress on top of Death. The universe is focused on the most powerful soulmate connections. The ones, the twin flames. That's why everybody's on that damn twin flame dirt road journey right now. Deep soul connections. This is the Ace of Wands. It's a passionate new beginning. They want it. They don't know how to get it. And they don't know how to get it because the universe isn't done rebooting yet. It's getting there. That's why we see in the mid-months and stuff, your person having these epiphanies. That's why the new moon is there. The energy of the new moon opening up and breaking down their walls. The universe is kicking whoever's on the other side, whoever the divine masculine is in your connection, the universe is kicking their ass. The divine feminine is suffering because they figured all this out. But they're making it worse by suffering. I know it's kind of ironic to say that. It's a bit of a paradox. But by worrying about this person coming in, you're causing them more because you're connected. These are powerful connections. Empress, Lovers, Death, Two of Cups. Powerful connection. You're connected telepathically, empathically, bipathically, tripathically, all of the pathic, sociopathic, psychopathic, you name it. You're connected. They feel what you feel. So feel open. Feel, I've learned my lesson and now I'm going to do this. And they'll come flying right in. It'll help. You'll help the universe. Ace of Wands, Four of Wands. Jesus Christ, you see these cards? Look at this. Empress, Lovers, Ace of Wands, Four of Wands. I've never seen the universe try so hard to bring two people together. It's a powerful connection. This just means most of you are twin flame. It's really what it's focusing on. Deep soul, yeah, too, as well. But this is a card of twin flame when it's not by itself. Never by itself. But when it's here with the Lovers, the Empress, Two of Cups, yeah. Welcome to your twin flame journey. Now, how your person feels, the Eight of Wands. Let's see if my advice was right. Let's see if I'm talking shit or if I know what I'm talking about. Let's find out. Let's find out together. I'd be willing to bet I know what I'm talking about. The moon. They want to reach out, but they're silent, Bob. There's secrets here. They're afraid. There's a nervousness in the energy. The moon is stopping communication on some level. Whatever their secrets are stopping communication. Whatever their fears are, fear is stopping communication. Secrets is stopping communication. Ironically, silence is stopping communication. But that's changing, I believe. Two of Pentacles. Now this can be a card of indecision, wishy-washy, back and forth. They don't, again, it does back up that they don't know what to do. It backs up the Seven of Cups. For some reason, they're looking for an in, back in, is the message I get. And I think the universe is going to see fit to provide that. We have enough powerful cards here that I think it's going to provide that. So the person on the other side of you, the person you're waiting for, Feels like, no, in their very soul, deep down, they want to talk to you. But there's a lot of fears stopping them, and it's causing them to freeze in their tracks. I'm going to pull a crossing card there. Give me a crossing card on the Moon and the Two of Pentacles. Why? Again, never stop asking why in life. Why? 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 Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles means a lot of things, but in a love reading where it falls in how someone feels about you, they have deep, deep, deep feelings. But those feelings are also slowed down. Ace of Cups again. By the love that they feel. What's happening here by the universe forcing, the easiest way I can phrase this is this. What's happening here by the universe forcing these connections to come together to try to self-balance itself, to try to auto-correct, if you will. Which is basically what the universe is trying to do right now. It's trying to auto-correct. By doing that, it's forcing love onto somebody who's used to pentacles, who doesn't know what love is, who hasn't experienced it before in this way. And it's causing a lot of things that were deeply hidden within your person to come to the surface. And a lot of that makes sense because soul connections are made of love. And if they're out of balance and they need to be balanced, your person's going to need to experience love. It means that there are too many people not in love who are together. And in some cases, they can't even be soul connections that are just not in love. They're not together for the right reasons. I think for a lot of you, if there's a third party, your person's not with someone for the right reasons. And right now they see in you the right reason. And it causes them a lot of confusion, as we've seen many times. But I do believe the universe is forcing this to happen. It's very clear from the reading. Why is the Nine of Swords here? That's my theme music. Nine of Swords. Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is also red with the Empress. There's no trust here. We have a problem. There's no foundation of trust between the soulmate connections. And it's a problem. It needs to be built. Both parties know trust needs to be built. But in order for that to happen, communication has to happen. But in order for that to happen, your person has to get past their fears and make a damn decision. Why is the Three of Pentacles here? Queen of Pentacles. It's a very strange energy to read because it's off the Lovers. Again, it boils back to the same thing I got here when I kind of cheated and pulled crossing cards. It's the same kind of energy. The Queen of Pentacles is red with the Lovers card. This is something, on some level, it's something neither of you have ever felt before. But mainly for the Divine Masculine, it's something that they just are not used to. They're not used to the Queen of Pentacles is the full package. She got the love, she got the thought, she got the money, she got the nurturing. Male or female, there's no genders. It's just a queen card. Your person in particular, the Divine Masculine, is no idea. No idea what that is. Love was marriage and things like that were about practical things. It's about, okay, this person can help me have a good retirement. And that's very short-term thinking. Yeah, you might be able to marry somebody and have a good retirement, right? Person's got a nice account. You can live comfortably. But you're going to be living comfortably without love, without someone you actually care about. So you're going to be miserable, popping anxiety meds and drinking yourself to death. Aging faster because anxiety meds age you 3 times faster than alcohol will because they're just as bad for your damn liver. I mean, I see it too. I see people on TV. I see who are who I know do anxiety meds and all that kind of stuff, and they say they're in their 30s. They look 55. You telling me you're in your 30s? I mean, it's crazy. I see it here in LA too. I see people aging at a very fast rate, faster than I remember, faster than I did. I'll tell you what, I didn't get the first gray speck on my beard until just a year ago. And it's just a speck. 10 of Wands, right here. 10 of Wands. But all I do is have an occasional Heineken, and I don't pop anything. I'm pretty good on my liver. But this person's not used to this. And again, it's a reboot. The universe is forcing this to happen. So if you're wondering why you're suffering and why you're having to go through this, it's not your fault. It's the collective's fault. It's the universe itself. It's like, think of it this way. Think of Mother Nature is balancing itself out. If that's easier for you to think in smaller terms rather than the universe. Think the earth. You know, the way the earth is fighting back at certain things that are happening. And the way it auto-corrects itself every once in a while. Every million or two years, there's a mass extinction on the earth. I mean, you know, we're actually late for the next mass extinction. You know, the earth auto-corrects. The earth is energy. Energy wants to balance itself. So it auto-corrects. And right now, we're in a reboot. And it's trying to bring these soul connections together. It's part of the problem. So it needs to be fixed. It's got mechanics working on it. And there's going to be suffering. And the last round of soulmate connection, the 2007-2009 round, well, it was very light. It was very, very light. There wasn't a lot of correction. A lot of those relationships ended, I believe. They came together very powerfully, very easily in many cases, and they fizzled out by now. In many cases, not all. But not these. You come together with this person, you're together till you're 80 or 90 years old. I mean, till death do you part. That's how powerful these connections are. Why is this 10 of Wands here? Oh, because somebody's out in the cold. And, see, here's the thing. 5 of Pentacles. They're out in the cold because they're afraid of the connection itself, of feeling. They're afraid to feel. And that's the collective right now. People are afraid to feel. They just don't talk about their feelings anymore. The younger generation's got something they call safe spaces or some shit. What the fuck is that? Chill out. Go say hello to some people. You don't need a safe space. What the fuck? 5 of Pentacles. Your person's in their safe space. Out in the cold. Because they're afraid to talk about their emotions. That's what's keeping this whole thing apart, is your person's fear of opening up and being vulnerable. We know that from the 74 Pinto reading. The Divine Masculine thinks vulnerability is weakness. So it runs to a safe space. What? That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And that was the problem in the 3D. I can equate that into 3D terms for you if you like. The generation, I don't know which one it was, that got everybody gets a trophy generation. Everybody gets a trophy. It doesn't matter if everybody gets the same trophy. That was a fucking mistake. That was a major fuck up. Because what happens is, in the real world, when they grow up, not everybody gets a fucking trophy. And this is what happens. It's causing people to run. It's causing people to hide, to not want to face emotions. They freak out when the real world hits them. And the real world hit them. The real world don't give everyone a trophy for everything. It don't do it. I'm sorry. You know, when I was a kid, if you sucked at something, you were told, you were sat on the bench. Well, you suck. Everybody gets a trophy but you, Steve. Okay. All right. But it makes you strong. Makes you ready for the real world, where nobody gets a trophy unless they're real good. 5 of Pentacles, they're out in the cold, but they want, and there's a lot of sadness here, because they want this Ace of Wands, this passionate new beginning, but they're afraid to come get it. What card is read with this 4 of Wands off this 5 of Pentacles? The Hermit. A whole lot of daydreaming and none lot of day doing. That's what I got here. Hermit with the 4 of Wands. A whole lot of daydreaming. Oh, they fantasize about you. They got dreams. You're having picnics together. You're doing all sorts of things. I'm going to pull a crossing card here. I can't wait to see what it is, because I can feel their daydreams. I can. They're wonderful. They're nice. But again, we live in a world today where people are afraid to express their emotions and their feelings and talk about stuff. Because everybody just gets a trophy. Or an emoji. You know. I swear to God. An emoji heart is not a word, nor is it love. Five of Pentacles and the Hermit. Silliness. And the whole damn universe is out of whack for it, too. Human beings and other intelligent life forms in the universe make up a good chunk of the energy. We're very powerful, energetic beings. Nowhere near as special as we think we are, but very arrogant. Human beings, again, man, we think if we can't see it, it's not there. You know, it's just inherent in us. But we're a problem for the universe. It don't want to eradicate us, but it will if it has to. I'm sure of that. We also serve a purpose, though. Because when we're in balance, when these connections are in balance, we help keep the universe stable. We help keep the energy of the universe stable. Well, right now, we're just a pain in the ass. Believe me, the chipmunks are getting much better Christmas presents than we are from the universe. They're much better, much more loved. And yeah, for those of you that might write in, chipmunks have soulmates. So do squirrels, so do tigers, so do all animals. Everything. It's all energetic. We might have more energy than a chipmunk, but our energy is no more unique than a chipmunk. In fact, if you're a real prick in this life, you might end up in a chipmunk next time. You might not be a human for a few times till you learn your damn lesson. Oh, it's perfectly possible. It's entirely possible. Then you'll find yourself inside a chipmunk going, I'm a fucking chipmunk. No, you won't actually, but because you won't have your brain. But anyway, it's funny to say. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's the Wheel of Fortune. It's destiny. It's the card of destiny. There is a destiny at play here. All of this is supposed to be happening. We're stuck in this damn daydream mode. We're stuck. I got the bottom of the deck, the Four of Swords, crossing that, the Eight of Swords. The Divine Masculine, I'm going to say the incoming energy, which I believe is the Divine Masculine. Because based on the lesson that they need to learn from my twin flame reading. Is learning the lesson, but not really. I almost say it's safer to daydream than to come in. They need to get past that. They need to get past the fears. They need to open up to the love. The funny part is, the Ace of Cups here tells me that once they open it up, once you open this up and take the cellophane off and start eating the Jell-O, you realize it's pretty good. Oh, this is kind of tasty. I know if you hand me a vat of Jell-O that big, right, the whole box made in one bowl, you hand it to me, I'm going to hand you back an empty bowl. I won't be able to stop. You'll have to come take it away from me. And that's a very good analogy for what would actually happen if this person would just get over their fears and make a decision. Make a fucking decision. But they're confused. Again, this Two of Pentacles in this deck is a card of confusion. This girl's ass is on the front. It is what it is. Let's pull some universe cards, as if this whole reading isn't universe. Let's switch decks. I got a lot of cards out. Anything else the universe wants the collective to know here before I go do some voodoo? And I am going to do some voodoo. I'm going to go deep in the extended reading. I'm going to go very deep into this death card here. I want to take a look at this reboot. And I want to see why this is happening, specifically for your soulmate, how they're going to get past this, and what actions they're going to take towards you, and get you some advice if there's anything you need to know as well. But right now, let's see what the universe wants to do. Yeah, it's all love. It's the sun. This sun represents these connections more times than I can count. Especially the Cancer-Leo axis connection. But for a lot of you out there, the sun, there's just happiness ingrained within the connection itself. A lot of spying going on. Nobody's taking their eye off you. I don't think you're taking your mind off them. I don't think a lot of you are spying on your person. But for all of you, your person is checking your social media. They're there even when you don't think they're there. This connection is far too powerful. I got spying bookended by the happiness, the sun, and the lovers. Again, second time the lovers has come out. And wouldn't you know it, crossing the Knight of Swords, or the Page of Swords, all this spying, and them not wanting to let go, can't let go of that sword, that little guy, is death again. So I got 2 lovers and 2 deaths here. Yeah, I got confirmation there's a reboot happening, and that's why you're suffering. I know what's going on. Any energy reader does. We all know that the collective energy of the world right now is out of balance. We also all know that the universe, just like the world, just like Mother Nature here, operates under a delicate balance. And we're way out of whack right now. We're way beyond delicate. I mean, when COVID hit, we fought over toilet paper, just to put it into 3D. Toilet paper. People were punching themselves. We had a news story here at a local Costco. 2 men got into a fight over toilet paper. It's no fucking lie. It's truth. It's fucking ridiculous. Okay? That is, when something, if the universe doesn't do something and correct these, if you, in a way, your soulmate connection is on some level, I'm being dramatic now, but on some level, it's saving the world. Because if the universe can balance and get the ego to come up a little bit and relax and bring up the love and balance things out, this is a card of balance. The 2 of Cups, yeah, it's 2 soulmates coming together, but it's a balance of ego and love as well. It represents that. The energy of the card represents that. Everything's out of balance right now. If the universe can balance that out, things will get a lot easier all the way around. Because if it doesn't, if you think something a little bit more than a flu can cause that kind of shit to happen over toilet paper, wait till something real happens, like a solar flare, or some fuckwit in some fuckwit country launches a missile and it lands over here and hits a city. Yeah. You know. I mean, it is what it is. And some of these countries who have these missiles don't have the best computer systems maintaining them, shall we say. Could happen any day. You wouldn't know about it. You'd probably be asleep. You know, we don't watch the news 24/7 these days. I'm just saying, when something real happens, it's all going to go to shit. Unless these energies are balanced. Because the collective is scared and confused. And doesn't understand what love is. And these connections, the main theme we've been getting from these readings is that your connection is to make one or both of you understand what love is. For the Divine Feminine, the main lesson is one of self-worth. Not going for people who are emotionally unavailable. And realizing that you have the potential for great love. For the Divine Masculine, it's about all this. It's about feeling the love, understanding the love, knowing that you don't marry somebody because they're rich. That's not a reason. It's about love. It's supposed to be about love. You know, there has to be love there. There's nothing. You know, it is what it is. Hey, so I'm going to pull on this death card. I'm going to pull on this reboot. I don't imagine too many of you will want the extended, but if you do want it, I'm going to do it for myself because this is part of my learning process. So, you know, if you want it, it's there for you. I know when I do videos like this, I get the conspiracy people who email in and all kinds. I'm sure I'm waiting for it already. But nothing I've said to you isn't rooted in science or just obvious view. We all remember the toilet paper run. And while it may seem funny to say that, it might be funny. Haha, we fought over toilet paper. No, it isn't funny. Because some of those people didn't need 50 rolls of toilet paper. They really didn't. You know, I didn't. I went to the store, I looked in the cupboard. I had 8 rolls in stock. I was good. I wasn't worried about it. It's a good thing I had 8 rolls. But in a world where something more happened, where something more would have happened, a solar flare, one of those nuclear weapons or something like that, somebody probably would have broken in my house and stolen those 8 rolls of toilet paper, probably stolen my wife too, and probably took the house. You know, that kind of shit. You laugh. But we're not that far off. COVID was a test run for the universe, I believe, and we failed. We got an F minus on that. I'll tell you what, we did. So, bottom line, think what you want, do what you want. This is what the universe is saying. The cards backed up every word I said as I pulled them. And having death card as the last card out, we got ourselves a reboot here, people. Now I'm going to pull on that reboot like motherfucker. I'm going to find out exactly what's going on here. And we're going to find out what's going on with your person. What's all this secrecy and fear and shit? Stop it. Stop it, collectives person. We need balance here. Come together. Save the world. Now that was dramatic. Alright, if you want the extended, it's there for you in the description. There's a link at the top of the video description. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate all the subscribers. I know it's a controversial video, but it's the truth. Like it or not. But again, my opinion. Anyway, good luck.